Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever you might be listening to this. This is the Buzzpucks Podcast.
Podcast.
I am Bert.
What? What? I'm Clay.
We are here for week 22, which also happens to be the trade deadline week. So we will be going through all of the
Yes.
trades that happened this week since the last time we recorded, because they kind of happened throughout the week instead of all on one day,
Yeah.
although there were a bunch on the day of. Nothing crazy
Oh, and there
happened.
was some crazy things were attempted.
Some crazy things were
Um,
attempted. There's a couple that I was like, oh, okay, wow, that trade happened. A couple that I wasn't expecting, a couple guys I wasn't expecting to get traded got traded, and then some of the guys that the quote
yeah.
unquote insiders were insisting were definitely going to get traded didn't. Like Vinny Trocheck didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So we will get to.
Well, that
Yep, good,
we can talk about that.
sure.
We can just talk about that later.
But
Um,
before we get to any and all of that, what are you drinking?
yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm drinking 1911 ciders, or
Nice.
excuse me, Beacon Skiff Apple Orchard's 1911 ciders. They're red sangria. It's a new
Ooh,
seasonal.
ooh. 1911, great cider.
Yeah,
If you guys haven't had it,
absolutely.
I am drinking all the way from Germany, uh, from the Paulaner Brewing Company, a Paulaner Hefeweizen.
Ooh.
Paulaner, I got turned on to these because my mom sent me a link to a story a while ago that Paulaner was originally founded by a sect of monks in Germany that would make
Okay.
their like their beer that's called the Salvador, which I'm not drinking today, but originally they made that as kind of like a beer that they could drink during Lent, so they could fast, but they could still get nutrients while they drank. And so I've been drinking that one
Ooh.
throughout the week. It's actually pretty good. And so they also had this beer at the store as well. So I figured I'd try this one as well. Started in
Awesome.
1634.
Ooh,
Pretty nuts, right?
wow.
It's an old brewery.
There's a couple of like Belgian beers that are like monk beers.
Hmm.
As
Yeah,
well.
certainly. This is not the only one. But I just thought that was an interesting story. And the Salvador was quite good.
Yeah,
If you guys see it, really good beer. This is
drink
a
it.
pretty good Hefeweizen. And also, I would like to point out, even being imported from Germany, pretty cheap. Like
Oh, cool.
this, 4 pack of tall boys of this Hefeweizen was like $9 or $6, and
That is
then
that's pretty cheap.
a 6 pack of the bottles of the Salvadors was like $9 or something. So it was like
Wow.
shockingly cheap, especially for a beer
Mhm.
imported from another country.
Yeah,
So
very affordable.
yeah. Before we get to the trades, I have some extensions to mention, and so do you, I believe.
I do too. I do too.
But let's get this out of the way first. Evgeny Malkin got suspended for 5 games for doing an insanely stupid thing, and basically tomahawk chopping Darlene in the neck. In the neck, it was in the neck. Um,
And yeah,
Thankfully, Darlene is fine,
and then tried to fight him.
and
And
then
then
tried to
tried to
fight him.
fight him.
Thankfully, Darlene did not get hurt in this, but Malkin, as he should, got a major, got kicked out of the game, and then got suspended 5 games. So he absolutely
Absolutely.
deserved that
Um,
suspension. And boy, does it piss me and all the other Penguins fans, and probably the front office of the Penguins, off.
Absolutely. With the fact that Crosby is out, like you
Insanely
need Malkin
selfish thing to
to
do for one of
be
our
step up. And now
franchise stalwarts. But
this this is not the first time or the last time that week that Darlene gets
Darlene was,
cross-checked, jumped.
yeah, Darlene himself was being a
He
little grimy this week too. Let's not absolve him of
Darlene,
being
no,
a clean
no, no,
little
no,
boy, but
no. Darlene is grimy, but because he's on the Sabers, no one really realizes
that's a
it.
fair point.
He got Matthews. He got Matthews suspended earlier this season for cross-checking him in the face.
Mm,
Um,
right. Got
he's
Malkin
really
suspended
good.
for tomahawking him in the neck.
Yes, And then the last game this week, he gets jumped 2 or 3 times um,
Yeah. Oh, I
by
can't wait
Tampa
to
Bay
talk about that game.
players.
Yeah.
So he's grimy, and because he does those cross checks around the net,
Yeah. People get
it's
pissed.
one of those things that refs are never going to call that.
Yep. Even though they probably should. What's a cross check
Oh,
anyway, right?
I'm not disagreeing with that. Right. What honestly, what is a cross
What's
check?
a cross check?
Um,
What's goaltender interference? Because I got something to say about that this week too. And yeah. Uh, anyway, so he deserved it. I'm not
I
trying. I'm not
which
trying
one are
to.
we talking about?
There was one in the Penguins game. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the Penguins game last week. That there was a really
Gotcha.
unnecessary goaltender interference called, and then this week in one of the Penguins games. That's why I'm heated about it.
I think against
Which
Buffalo.
I think it was against Buffalo.
It was
That
against Buffalo.
I think definitely should have been a goaltender interference, but they said, nah, it's not goaltender interference.
It kind of it. This one
Here's the point.
specifically,
Here's the point. It
that
was
one
definitely more of goaltender
that one could have
interference than
gone
the one
either
last
way,
week. The one last week was not.
but you could. I think the problem was the defender who I think pushed. I think it was Doan.
Yeah, I don't
The
remember
way
fully.
the
Yeah,
defender like moved looked like an elbow or something, or like an
yeah, yeah.
elbow pushing Doan into the goalie. I could it
But
could have
then they,
gotten
but
called
then
either
they
way
just
because I
decide
remember
not
seeing
to
that
call
one and I
that
was just like,
either.
I don't know what's gonna do.
But then there's like
Right?
you watch other clips, not specifically by the Penguins,
No,
of
there's not,
defenders pushing the guy into the goalie, and then they're like, "No, that's goaltender interference." It's like you saw
and
the
it's
defender
called.
doing that.
Right? Exactly. Pick one.
Ugh.
Pick
Yeah,
one.
pick one.
I
Pick
agree with
one.
you
Just
because
be consistent.
I agree with you on that
Oh yeah, yeah.
one.
Anyway, let's
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 talk the extensions
the extensions. Yeah, go ahead. You have, I think, more than I do.
and some injuries.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let's do the. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's do
for
extensions, injuries, and then we'll go into the trade deadline stuff. Sound good?
absolutely.
Okay.
All right, for Calgary. Calgary could host the World Cup of Hockey in 2028 in their new stadium. Bettman is meeting with whoever he needs to
Oh,
meet
is it going to be
with
done
about
by then?
that happening. Um, I think it is.
Oh, okay, cool. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Be nice for that city, I'm sure.
Um, San Jose, 2 extensions. Kiefer Sherwood gets a 5.7.
Mm-hmm.
Um, might be a lot, might be a little too long. I don't fully remember how old he is at the top of the
I'll look it
top
up.
of my head, but
I feel like he's
the
got to
type
be
of
around 30 at this point. Maybe I'm wrong. He
yeah,
is
it's coming
30.
up.
He is 30.
He is 30, so it takes him to 35. It's not as bad, but he's like he plays the type of way that could drop off a cliff.
Oh yeah. And I would also
Like
like to
with age.
reiterate, this is by far the best season he's ever had. And
Yeah,
so I think that 5.7 for I think that's fine, especially with the cap going up over the next several years.
yeah.
Hopefully, cap going up always from now on. I think that 5.7 is not going to matter as much as like the length, you know?
That's what I'm
The
talking about.
the length might be
Um,
a little too much, but eh.
but
It's
again,
going to look really bad
so
if next year he
hit
just doesn't look like this anymore, which I think is entirely possible.
well, but also like he could look like this because Celebrini is just elevating everyone around him.
That as well. And that, you know what? Guys like Gretzky and Lemieux and Crosby have gotten other players bankrolled just by
Absolutely.
telling them to go stand by the side of the net, and I'm going to either pass it to you or bounce it off of you.
Yep. All right. The other extension that happened with San Jose is Nedeljkovic gets a 2x3, which is absolutely fair
Yeah.
with how he's been playing.
Yep.
And
I
yeah,
think that's pretty fair in
um,
general for a backup goalie nowadays. Like, I think that's kind of
right.
where
Well,
we're getting to.
well, he's also kind of like a 1A 1B type deal
Yeah.
in San Jose right now
Well,
while Askarov is
yeah.
continuing to develop.
I was gonna say I'm
The
sure
goal
they
is for
hope
him
that
to become a
Askarov will
backup.
be
Yeah.
will be the 1A next
Um,
year or the year after or something like that.
yes. And both of them are playing well. It's just like sometimes the kid has a bad night.
Sure,
San
happens.
Jose's defense isn't the best.
Yeah,
So yeah. Seattle, Jordan Eberle does not get traded. He actually gets extended 2
yep.
years, 5.5,
That's
which I
fine.
think that is a great deal. It
Yep.
keeps him there. Yep. And the Kings, uh, Anze Kopitar becomes the 25th player to hit 1,500 games.
Wow, only the 25th. That's
Yeah,
surprising. I
not
thought there
that
would be
many.
more than that, but congratulations to him.
No. Yeah. Um, I had a list earlier this week and I lost it. So, and then the LA Kings sign Mateus Joseph. His contract
Matthew
got
Joseph.
Matthew. Um, his contract got terminated by the Blues before the deadline, so he just signs for like a prorated
Yeah,
$1 million deal.
yeah.
Um,
So it's cheapo deal for him.
I completely forgot. I thought it was P.O. Joseph, but then P.O. Joseph ended up on
The
Vancouver's injury list.
P.O. Joseph is that's
So
his.
it's like
They're brothers.
I know that. No, I know
Oh,
they're
okay,
brothers.
okay.
I just assumed I saw Joseph gets extended or
Got it.
signed, and I
Got it.
didn't look into which Joseph.
Got it.
I just assumed it was P.O. and because P.O. did play for the Blues at some point.
He did, I think, briefly last year or the year before.
Um, so that's why
So
I thought
they
it was
they
still
did
there, but I
have
was wrong.
both
So
Joseph brothers at one point.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the
but
Joseph brothers
Matthews on the Kings.
not quite as good as the Hughes and Kachuk brothers.
No, no, they are not. Injuries. This is just on the Pacific. The injuries. Um, Calgary's White Cloud, day to day upper body. Edmonton's Adam Henrique, day to day with a knee injury. These could all change because they happened late in the week. Curtis Lazar is on the IR for undisclosed reasons. That happened on the 3rd. For Seattle, Frederick Rougeau and Ryan Lindgren are both sick, missed time. Scary for Jaden Schwartz on Seattle. He is now out indefinitely for taking
Yeah.
that skate blade to the face.
Yep.
Um,
Terrifying.
oh yeah, it was just a freak accident there. And for Vancouver, P.O. Joseph is week to week upper body.
Okay.
For the Atlantic, Ottawa's Clevin was fined for cross-checking against Seattle's McCann. It looked like it rode up his chest and into his chin. Like it rode up.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to cross-check him in the chest, but hit the way it hit McMahon's arm/dick, popped it up in the chin. So fine's a little light. Then for Tampa Bay, Hagel got fined as the aggressor against Dahlin in that Tampa Buffalo game.
Okay.
Deserved.
Definitely deserved. I think maybe a few of those guys should have been kicked out of the game at a certain point.
Hagel should have gotten kicked out.
Yeah, Hagel specifically should have.
For this incident, should have gotten
Even
kicked.
just to get him out of the game. You know, I'm not saying that
yeah,
necessarily he needs to be suspended or anything, but like maybe just take the aggressor that's causing a bunch of the issues out of the game.
I agree. I think in a lot of times, we've seen even this season, guys get kicked out for that.
Yeah, just to be like, okay, we need to calm things down. Let's kick this guy and that guy out to just calm down.
For injuries, some of these are updates for long-term injuries that happened. But Tyson Kosak for Buffalo is day-to-day for undisclosed. Yuri Kulich, who has not played since 11-4, is ruled for the season. Uh,
Mm.
it started as like an inner ear thing, like concussion, and then turned into a thrombosis,
Oh
so
God.
a blood clot issue.
Uh-oh.
Um, yeah, so he's been out since he hasn't played since November 4th,
November.
and
Well, that's
they have
scary.
officially shut it down for the season.
I hope he's okay, because blood clot
Yeah,
around your ears is no good, because that's real close to your brain.
right. For Detroit's Dylan Larkin, I'm gonna say week to week for that lower body. They haven't. They said it's not as bad as it looked,
Mm.
but he went down with a weird knee thing, kind of like Crosby at the
Oh,
11th.
okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna say week
Well,
to week.
if
Um,
it makes Detroit fans feel better, I believe Crosby is practicing, so he's not. Doesn't
right.
seem like he's that far off from returning. Maybe another
Well,
week or
they
so.
said it was. They said that it was not the worst case scenario, but
That's pretty much what they said
who
with
knows what
Crosby
that
too. So
means.
maybe it's similar.
For continuing for Detroit, John Gibson. We're gonna say day to day. Right now, it's undisclosed. He
Mm.
left the first game of the week early. Um, Missed the second game, played the third game, and then left the fourth game of the week early again.
Mm.
So he's fighting something,
Something's going on. Yeah.
something injury. Yeah, I think might be upper body. I don't 100% know, but because they did say undisclosed. Florida Marchand. Uh, Week to week for a lower body. They might be shutting him down. It seems like he's having surgery.
Mm.
Ottawa, Jake Sanderson. This is a rough one for Ottawa. Sanderson is week to week with an upper body injury.
Ooh, yeah,
Um,
that's not good for Ottawa. They're trying to
yeah,
make the
it's not good at
playoffs.
all.
That's not helpful in the least.
For Tampa Bay, this one is a continuation on last week. Dominic James, who the rookie, he was day to day for that leg injury. He had to have surgery on it. He is now 8 to 10 weeks
Oof,
for that leg injury.
that sucks.
And for Toronto, Chris Tanev, who has been out since December 30th. He had surgery on the core
Core
muscle.
muscle.
He is done
Yeah.
for the season. Yeah,
Yeah, I am afraid Chris Tanev might be going the way of LTIR retired pretty soon.
that might be it.
Poor guy can't. I mean, he's like 35, I think 36, something like that,
I think so.
mid
Yes.
30s. Um, which it's not insane for guys to play past that, obviously, in the NHL, but he's getting to that age where retirement's coming, right?
Yep.
And he just keeps getting injured. So I guess we'll
Well,
see.
yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Um,
Maybe he'll be back next year and be fine. I don't know. I'm not predicting
I
nothing, but
I do have a list of the the quick list of the NHL players
hmm?
who played 1,500 games
Oh yeah, go ahead.
in descending order. Patrick Marleau, of course.
Of course.
Um, Gordie Howe. Both of these. Uh, I'll say okay. Patrick Marleau, Gordie Howe, Mark Messier, Jerome Yager, Ron Francis, and Joe Thornton all have 1,700 games played.
Damn, that's a lot.
Um, Dano Chara, Mark Ritchie, Chris Chelios, Dave Anderchuk, Scott Stevens, Larry Murphy, Ray Bork all have 1,600 games played.
All right.
Nick Lindstrom, Brett Burns, Jerome
Brett Burns.
Iginla, Alex Ovechkin, Alex Delvecchio, Johnny Buck, Dane Doan, Ryan Suter, Brendan Shanahan, Matt Cullen, Steve Yzerman, Anze Kopitar.
Well, if it wasn't for those goddamn neck injuries, Crosby would be up there too. But those 2 years that he got erased. All right. Well,
Well,
congrats to.
notice no Wayne Gretzky.
Oh yeah, no Lemieux either. Lemieux, I don't even think played 1,000 games.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did because of
Gretzky's
cancer and all that.
cancer, yeah. Gretzky's like 14 away, but like Go ahead and do it.
One more year. One more year.
Oh, also, fuck Mike Babcock. Mike Madonna should be on that list.
Oh yeah, get fucked, Mike Babcock.
Yeah,
But hey, you know what? That was already one of the pillars that this podcast stands on. Fuck you, Mike Babcock.
absolutely. If people don't know, the 82nd game of Mike Madonna's last season, was going to be game 1500.
Yep.
He bought a bunch of tickets for his friends and family to come to the game because it was a home game, and Mike Babcock healthy scratched him.
Yep, like a real asshole.
Yep,
The
just cause.
fuck? Yeah, just cause. Uh, Lemieux only played 915 games and still had
Which is
1,700
crazy.
points, which is insane. Um, you know, the first time that Lemieux retired, because he retired twice,
Yeah,
he had more points per game than Gretzky, just like
yeah,
points per game wise. And then it went just below Gretzky's because he came out of retirement and played for a little while longer. And
yeah.
everybody was like, no, he should have just stayed retired. All right. Uh, I only have two extensions. One by the Washington Capitals, signing Ethan Frank to a 2-year, $2 million per year extension. He's been playing pretty well for them.
That
So,
man Speed has earned it.
yeah, he's earned it. He's played well this year. The Islanders extended JG Pajot to a 3-year, $4.85 million extension. I think he deserves it. That's
Hmm.
fairly cheap. Third, fourth line center guy, you know? He's been on the Islanders for a really long time at this point as well. I think almost 10 years, 10 plus years, something like that. He's been
Yeah.
on there for a while. So, you know, that's kind of a legacy extension for him. And he can still play, too. All right, for injuries, for Carolina, Gossespierre day to day lower body. For Chicago, Knight and Moore are both day to day. Illness for Knight, undisclosed for Moore. Colorado, Landeskog day to day lower body. For Columbus, Fabro day to day undisclosed. For Dallas, big one. Rope Hintz out for an extended period of time with a lower body injury.
Yeah, it didn't look
This is
good.
not good for Dallas. Minnesota, because Rope Hintz, I think, is their number one center, correct? Correct
Hmm.
me if I'm
Yes, he
wrong. I
is.
believe he is. For Minnesota, Felino week to week lower body, and Johansson just out for now with an upper body injury. So we'll see if that changes. For the Devils, Pesci out, lower body injury, no timetable given. So he might be back for their next game. We'll see. For the Rangers,
Yeah.
JT Miller headed to the IR past Monday, I think, or Tuesday, with an upper body injury, and Radish day to day for personal reasons. So hopefully that's nothing bad. For Philadelphia, Sealer, Konechny, and Hathaway are all day to day for a lower body, upper body, and illness. So all different.
Illness. Yeah.
For Pittsburgh, Brazeau day to day upper body injury. St. Louis, Periaco day to day back. And Utah, Sergachev day to day lower body. And then Winnipeg, this is an update for Colin Miller. Unfortunately, he has been out for a big chunk of the season, and he got an unfortunate setback in his recovery for a knee injury. So I would not
Hmm.
expect him back this season, which sucks. But let's talk about some trades. Eh?
Let's talk about some trades. Before we do that, what I'm going to say
Sure.
is
Yeah.
Elliot Freeman wins the 2026 trade deadline
Yeah.
insider Art Ross. Uh,
Unsurprising. I feel like he usually wins it.
Unsurprising, but he broke 15 different trades.
Yes.
NHL team is number second. The team itself is second, which
Number
broke
second.
7. Then Driger with 4, Russo with 3, Frank Cervelli with 1. But I think Cervelli should lose some points for some of the stuff that he was talking about.
Yeah, well,
Um,
Frank Cervelli every year is one of those guys that just kind of throws shit out until it actually happens. Friedman is the one
right.
that if he says maybe this
Friedman.
is happening, there's a solid chance it's going to happen, right?
Well, also Friedman waits
Yeah, because he's
until like
smart.
he's sure.
Because he's smart.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
Frank
just
Cervelli's
say
only here
shit.
because he broke the Seattle expansion draft, which
Yeah, true.
pissed off a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh
and
boy,
again, he's only 2 years older than us.
that's also crazy. I feel like I could do a better job than Frank Cervelli. I feel like the two of us
Yeah,
could do a better job than Frank Cervelli. All right, let's
absolutely.
start with a trade we already mentioned last week, but did become official, I believe, right after we stopped recording. That was Connor Murphy going to the Edmonton Oilers for a 2028 second round pick, and Chicago also ate 50% of Connor Murphy's remaining cap hit for the year. But that's,
Yep.
done after the season's over, so that's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I
Next,
mean another Connor to that team.
another Connor to that team. You know what? I'll take this next trade too because it was
Okay.
two of my teams. Um,
Yep.
Michael McCarron, headed to the Minnesota Wild from the Nashville Predators for also a 2028 second round pick. But McCarron is getting basically a vet min contract, so they didn't have to retain
Yeah.
anything on him. All right, you're up. Oh, these two trades, the one I
Um.
just said and the one Clay's about to say, I believe happened within minutes of each other on the same night.
Yes. Vegas Golden Knights acquire Cole Smith from Nashville Predators for a 2028 third round pick and Christopher Seedorf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, I saw after those two trades happened that a lot of the guys in the Nashville locker room were like pretty bummed. They're like,
Yeah, they
"Oh,
were.
okay, I guess we're done then, eh?"
Hmm.
All right, next up.
Well,
So,
they keep trying to do that to Nashville, but they keep making playoff pushes.
yeah, watch. They're gonna do it again this year. I don't remember how well
Right.
they did this week. Oh, never mind. Um, so I think we discussed last week that Tyler Myers' name was up in the air, and they were kind of waiting
Yes.
for him to make a decision about being traded, and he did. But unfortunately for Detroit, it was not to them; it was to the Dallas
Nope.
Stars. So Tyler Myers headed to the Dallas Stars from Vancouver for a 2027 second round pick, a 2029 fourth round pick, and Vancouver is eating half his cap for the rest of this year
Yep.
and next year. So
Oh,
pretty
it's
good
two
deal.
years. Oh yeah.
It's 2 years,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a
Well,
good deal.
year and change, but
Yeah.
I mean that's not that big of a deal for Vancouver, especially since there's no double retention anymore. I feel like those retention slots are
Absolutely.
not as valuable as they were previously.
Yeah.
So Dallas gets a solid bottom pairing defenseman to stick on their pretty good defense. So they get some help there. All right, this is a big one that you're about to
Yeah.
read.
Next up, another defender that waived his no move clause. Or yeah, no trade clause. Mackenzie Weegar
Yes, I was a little surprised
gets
about
traded
this
from
one,
the Cap. Yeah. Uh,
just because of how
but
long his contract is still. But whatever.
look at where Calgary is. Like
True, that's true. That's true.
the 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 trends of each team are going in
You're right.
opposite
No, you're
directions.
totally right. You're totally right.
Um, Mackenzie Weegar goes from the Calgary Flames to the Utah Mammoth for Oli Mata, Jonathan Castanga, a 2026 second round pick, a 2026
Three,
second round pick that
three
is
2026
New
second round
York's,
picks.
and a 2026 second round pick that is Ottawa's.
I saw that one and I was like, wow, three
I
second
mean,
round picks in this year's draft. Yeah, that's a
yes,
pretty good haul for Calgary
that's a.
with that trade.
I like what Kevin Conroy is doing.
Yeah.
He has so far been better than Brad Tree Living.
Well, Brad Tree Living, I
And
think Toronto
yeah,
Maple Leafs fans are finding out, not a good GM. I think
no,
Calgary Flames fans could have told him that, and Vancouver Canucks fans could have told him that.
yeah.
Right? Was Tree Living with
Also,
the Canucks too?
I have no
Oh
idea.
no, I think of Jim Benning. I'm thinking of Jim Benning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
You're
I
Jim
I
Benning.
feel like they're the same guy. All right, let's move on. But hey, the Utah got a real good defenseman.
Real good fucking good defenseman.
Top
Have him
pairing
for 5 more years.
guy. Have him for 5 more years. Could slot him into the second pair. Really good second pairing guy. And Calgary got a
Mhm.
haul of draft picks, a prospect that I don't know anything about, and Pittsburgh hero Oli Mata. Stanley Cup champion, two-time Stanley Cup champion Oli Mata. All right, next up, Nashville again sent Nick Blackenberg to the Colorado Avalanche for a 2027 fifth round pick.
Alrighty. Uh, Edmonton Oilers acquired Jason Dickinson at 50% retained and Colton Dock from the Chicago Blackhawks for Andrew Mangiapane and a conditional 2027 first.
Yes, and the condition on
Really?
that is that it is top 12 protected. No, I don't think the
Gotcha.
Oilers will be down that far in the draft, but I guess if they miss the playoffs and then win one of the draft lottery slots, then I suppose it's protected. But that's the only instance I can see them down that bad.
By this, by this trade, by this first overall pick getting traded by Edmonton,
yes,
the one that they traded for this coming year that is owned by San Jose is no longer top 12 protected.
Yep, that negates that condition on that pick. So San Jose is hoping that they can knock the Oilers out of the playoffs, and then the Oilers win the draft lottery in some way and jump up 10 spots or whatever, and then they get a top 10 pick and also make the playoffs this year.
Absolutely.
That's what San Jose wants to do desperately. That's kind of what I want San Jose to do because it's objectively hilarious if that happens.
Well, and also Mangiapane was doing really bad. He got waived. Yes. No one claimed him.
Yeah, I think part of the first round pick price that had to be paid here was Edmonton was really trying to get rid of Mangiapane and nobody would take him for free.
Yeah, they were.
Like you said, they put him on waivers. Nobody wanted it. The contract's not even really that bad. It's for the rest of this year and next year at $3.6 million. That's not that bad. I guess not that bad to a team that has cap space like Chicago.
Yeah.
But they get Jason Dickinson, pretty good defensive forward. That should help their bottom six out. And Colton Dock's like a prospect-ish kind of player.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Clay, you texted me with lament for this next trade, but the Washington Capitals sent Nick Dowd to the Vegas Golden Knights for Jesper Vikman, who is a goalie prospect, a 2027 third-round pick, and a 2029 second-round pick.
Look,
I think that's pretty good value for Nick Dowd. For Washington.
That's a good value for a 35-year-old fourth-line center.
I didn't even realize he was 35. He's older than I thought he was. Yeah. I thought he was like 32-ish, something like that.
No. He's... It's funny, when you are talking about glue guys, unlike JT Miller, this was actually a glue guy.
I thought you were making a joke about another... we'll get to it.
But like this one is actually a glue guy for the locker room.
Yeah.
For the Caps locker room, he's also a defensive face-off specialist, so Vegas could use some help.
Yeah.
With their face-offs as well. So that's
absolutely
perfect reason to bring him in.
Yeah, Vegas trying to load up, and with depth pieces. Vegas has plenty of star power right on their team. They need
right, but they need to actually play a full 60 minutes.
Yes. Well, Vegas is one of those enigma teams. You look at it and you're like, yeah, you're in first in your division, but like I feel like you shouldn't be.
They're not though.
Well, they were for like a good part of this season. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, next. Oh, my man's
Colorado Avalanche acquire Nicholas Waugh from the Toronto Maple Leafs for a 2027 first-round pick and a 2026 fifth-round pick.
There's conditions on both of them. Hold on.
They traded Marner for a first and a fifth.
That's a hilarious way to look at it. I guess that makes it better, right? The condition on that first-round pick is it is top 10 protected, and if it happens to be in the top 10, it slides to 2028 unprotected. I doubt.
Right.
I doubt. Unless they're destroyed by injuries last year, I doubt that's going to happen. And that fifth-round pick, the condition on that is the lowest of the 3 fifth-round picks that Colorado has They have theirs, Boston's, and Philadelphia's. So
Gotcha.
probably
Um,
Philadelphia's. The way things are going right now.
this is really good for the Avalanche because they
Hmm.
are, they're loading up, and him be like again, he's a third line center, fourth line, like third line center, second line center on a lot of teams, and he might not be playing center for the Avalanche because
Yeah,
of their center depth. Um,
especially with another trade that they made.
exactly. Then that's what I'm talking about. But like, the Avalanche is in win now mode. They're in
Oh
fuck
yeah,
you mode right
this
now.
is everybody get fucked.
Um,
We're winning the Stanley Cup this year, which
absolutely.
I
And
would still peg them as the
jeez,
favorites.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
Um, this Avalanche team is
Dirts McGurts. They're a dirty ass team. Uh,
yeah.
Especially with
Did
the
you
trade that we
say
have not
Landeskog?
gotten. Landeskog day to day is what I had listed as injured.
Okay, it might be
It might be
longer.
longer than that. We'll see.
Might be
Because
week to week. He,
a lot of this year day to days have turned into the IR. Like a lot this
right.
season.
He took a shot to the crotch.
Oh no. It was actually a
This
ball
was this.
injury. It was
It was
actually a
actually
balls
like a
injury.
Zuccarello. It might actually be a Zuccarello.
Oh no.
Um,
It's okay. You only need one.
exactly.
Or
But
honestly,
he actually,
does he have kids? He doesn't need them anymore, right?
it was, I believe it was a Brett Burns shot. It was friendly fire.
Oh, that makes it
Um,
worse. You know, Brett Burns is kicking himself for that. I would be if I was him. I'd
but
be like, oh,
but Landeskog actually showed the media his cup.
oh, really? Oh, I gotta look that
Yeah,
up.
there is a puck-sized dent in it. Like,
Whoo.
it's honestly terrifying.
Whoo. All right, well, he's definitely
uh,
bruised. Let's hope it's just bruised. But yeah, there's no way that he could skate if it's like significant bruising and
no,
swelling in that area. That's not, you know, not even just being a tender place for men in general. That's kind of like a
just
pivot point in your legs
yep,
as well. So if that's all swollen and bruised, that shit, you cannot, he might not even be able to walk that
no.
well. So let's
Oh,
let's hope for the best for him. That it's nothing serious because it certainly could be.
I had some comment,
Okay.
not about that injury, but like just something in general, and I
Hmm.
can't remember it for the life of me, which is frustrating. Let's
Yeah.
continue. Maybe it'll come to me.
I'm gonna jump through the next three trades because they're all kind of like
Doesn't matter.
minor. Vancouver sent Jet
Uh,
Wu, who I love that guy's name. I wish he was
yeah.
a better player than he is. Sent Jet Wu to the San Jose Sharks for Jack Thompson. Both of these guys are like AHL defensemen.
I'll do
Uh,
this one
okay,
because
yeah, yeah,
it's
that's
fun.
fine.
Minnesota Wild get Jeff Petrie from the Florida Panthers.
Why?
Florida finally gets him off their team
I
for a
mean, I
seventh round
guess.
pick. All right, next for the roster spot.
I guess, but why'd Minnesota do it? Is my point. Like, what? Anyway,
Yeah, that's a great question.
Michael Bunting gets traded for the third straight trade deadline to the Dallas Stars from the Nashville Predators for a 2026 third round pick. I misread that. That originally belonged to the Seattle Kraken.
Hmm.
Uh, Crazy that it's the third time in a row that he got traded.
Yeah,
Because he went from Toronto to
that's true.
Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh to Nashville, Nashville to Dallas now.
When was he on Carolina?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. It was Carolina to Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh to Nashville,
Gotcha.
Nashville to
There it is.
Dallas. Excuse me, because he was part of the Jake Gensel trade.
Yep.
Um, all right. Next up, we got.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
is this me or you? Okay.
Yeah,
The
sorry. I
Ottawa
was skipping over
Senators
you.
acquire Warren Fogle and a conditional 2026 third round pick from the Los Angeles Kings for a 2026 second. That is Buffalo's and 2026 third.
Okay, hold on. I'll pull up the whatever the.
Why
Hmm?
is Fogle like not doing well?
No, he is
He's
not.
only got 9 points in
Yeah, he
47
has nine
games. Yeah,
points.
you're right.
All right, the
Um,
conditions on that third round pick that went to Dallas is, or I'm sorry, that belonged to Dallas coming from Ottawa is Ottawa will get the what the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm all turned around. Um, the condition on the third round pick that the Kings sent to Ottawa, that originally belonged to Dallas, will get the worst of the Kings' two third round picks of their own or Dallas's. So actually, it'll probably be the Kings' third round pick that they got.
Okay.
And then the Jesus Christ, Puckpedia, I love you.
We don't we don't have to go into it.
I,
It's it's
you're
a third round pick. The
okay,
conditions
but
of a third round pick. I'm not
yeah,
really
well,
interested.
you know what? I'm already here. The Kings will get the better of Ottawa's own pick or Washington's 2026 third round pick. I'm not reading the rest of it. There's like a whole paragraph about it. So they're getting whatever. Whatever. You're right. Who cares? Okay. Next.
Um,
Oh, this trade. Okay. Next trade. Uh,
Perron.
David Perron got sent
Perron
to
is back.
the Detroit Red Wings. He's back on the Red Wings again for a 2026 fourth round pick from Ottawa. See,
Yep,
Perron,
that is owned by
Ottawa sent
Columbus.
Perron to Detroit for a fourth round pick that also has a condition on it. We're not going to go into it.
Right. I got this one. The Columbus Blue
Yes.
Jackets acquired Connor Garland from the Vancouver Canucks from
Hate
a
that.
2028 second round pick and a 2026 third round pick.
Really hate that
This is
as a team in their division.
yeah, no, this is a great trade for Columbus.
Yeah. Columbus has been doing great. They stumbled a little bit coming back out of the Olympics, but when we get to them, you'll see they did great this week. And this is a really good player to add to their lineup.
Yeah,
In Connor Garland,
absolutely.
who even on Vancouver had been playing fairly well this season. So,
Yep, he was
and
one
a
of the best
second and a
players
third
on
is
Vancouver.
a more than reasonable price to pay.
Yep.
Seemed like Garland was coming to the Metropolitan Division,
No
regardless
matter
of who he was being traded to, because it seemed like it was between Columbus and maybe the Islanders that Garland was going to go to. All right, next up, the New York Rangers sent Sam Carrick to the Buffalo Sabres for a 2026 third round pick and a 2026 sixth round pick. That sixth round pick originally belonged to Chicago. Is this the only thing the Rangers did this week, right? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
They sent Ostlin somewhere. But that
Oh,
was
you're right.
earlier.
Yeah. No. Othman. You're thinking of Othman. No, that's coming up.
Othman.
You're right. That
Okay.
that one.
Um,
That's not that interesting of a trade, though.
gotcha. Buffalo's buying depth.
Yes, they are. They're
Did you
next.
think you would ever hear that?
You know what? In November, if you had told me that, I would have said no. That's ridiculous. Why would they do that? But here we are,
Yeah,
several months later, and spoilers: Buffalo's in first place in their division right now.
absolutely. Sam Carrick gets brought in for face-off help because
Yes,
Buffalo is woefully bad at that.
hasn't been slowing them down yet, but that could be a problem in
but
the
face
playoffs.
can
So,
help.
yeah,
And I believe Sam Carrick in his second game, was 100% on his face-offs. So he
there you go.
immediately came in.
Yeah, there you go.
What they had to
Next trade is
do.
also Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo Sabres acquire Logan Stanley and Luke Shen. Shen is 50% retained from the Winnipeg Jets for Jacob Bryson, Isaac Rosen, a 2027 second, the 2026 fourth round pick.
Yeah. Now this is unfortunately a trade that did not happen. Was that Buffalo was trying really hard to get Colton
This is a
Parayko.
consolidation.
This is a consolation prize, yeah.
Consolation, thank you.
I don't hate it though. I don't
Consolation
hate it
prize.
as a consolation prize.
I
Stanley
don't.
and Shen are solid depth defensemen.
Yeah, maybe Logan Stanley can improve. I mean, he
Could be.
has a lot of pressure on him because I think he was a first round pick.
That
In
sounds correct.
Winnipeg, he was a first round pick. So he's had a lot of pressure on him. I mean, yeah, he's not that fast. Neither is Shen. So Shen is your locker room leadership. Stanley is Bryson's replacement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and
It's
Shen also has won a cup in Tampa Bay, so
yes.
that's
So he's
the
bringing, yeah.
veteran leadership that he needs.
It's
Uh,
pretty good price
for I
for Winnipeg too. I think they get Jacob Bryson, who's
um
coming in, can fill some roles
Bryson's a
there.
depth defenseman,
Yeah.
and I like Isaac Rosen, but Rosen's pretty like there's so many other there's a logjam
Yeah.
in his position,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So
Well, maybe not in Winnipeg now, and
not in Winnipeg.
they get that second and fourth round pick on top of that, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Next up,
What was the?
mhm.
Do we want to do the trade that they were trying to do?
Do you
That
have it
Buffalo was
on
trying.
hand? It was for Colton
I
Parayko,
do.
but yeah, if you have it
It
on
was
hand, please.
It was Colton Parayko, for Jack Quinn,
Hmm.
Zach Mertka, first their first round pick this year, the defenseman,
Hmm.
and a first at least.
So it was agreed upon by the teams, but Colton Parayko, I guess, slept on it or something, and then said no in the morning. He wanted to,
Which is his right.
which is his right.
Be-
Yes, absolutely. No hate on Parayko, but
no,
I don't know. He wanted to stay. Maybe he just likes living in St. Louis. It could be right.
I mean, his I think longtime girlfriend is from St. Louis. Like
There you go.
she has only been in St. Louis, so it's family. You're
Yeah,
uprooting your entire family. Like you've been in that team for
his
um
entire career.
yeah
Parayko's
11
been on that
years.
team his entire
He's
career. Yeah.
exactly 11 years. And it's a 4-year move to Buffalo. I can
Yeah, on the
understand
rest of his contract. Yeah.
on the rest of his contract, and you already won a cup.
Also true. So maybe he's just like, nah, fuck it. I'm just staying here. I don't want to leave.
Hmm.
I'm
And
comfortable.
if
I
you're
get
mad
it.
about
I
that,
totally get it.
don't
Yeah.
give out no trade clauses
Yeah. No.
because it
Yeah.
seemed like that was a problem for St. Louis this trade deadline.
Yes. And also, St. Louis fans, I would take that as like Colton Parayko loves playing for you, right? He's
Right.
comfortable there. He loves the city. He wants to stay there. So don't hate on him
No
for it.
trade deadlines are a weird um in the fact that like the team gets the fans mad at the player for
Yeah,
not
it is
waiving it.
super
It's
it is
weird.
super weird. Yeah, they use their beat reporter propaganda to like try to get their fans mad at the player, which is so stupid.
Right. And the whole
You
reason
signed the contract, St. Louis Blues
well
team.
you're offering these no trade clauses to have the player take less money most of the
That's
time.
also true.
So,
Yeah, it's one of the
um
weird, annoying things that NHL teams do. Um, all right, let's move on to what I thought was the most surprising trade that happened. Another devastating trade for you. Did you not tell me last week that you thought this was going to happen? Am I making that up
I
in
don't
my
think I
head?
did.
Okay, I must
I
be making,
don't think
or
I
maybe
did.
I read it somewhere
Um
online. But
well they
the
were
entire
actually
the entire week, I
what I
was
saw
like,
was they were
did Clay
close to
tell
an
me that?
extension.
I could
No.
have sworn that last week I was like, did Clay tell me this was going to happen?
No, I told you if Buffalo was going to trade a defenseman, it was going to be Mertka, not
Maybe
Power.
that's what I'm thinking of. So maybe I read that
That's what I
comment
said.
somewhere else. But I was like convinced that
It
you told me that, and I was like, wow, Clay called that.
No, because the rumor for Periaco was like Hellenis
Oh yeah,
or no,
Power was one of the rumors too that they
Power
were
was.
asking for.
I think it was. I think for Periaco was Quinn, Hellenis, Mertka, and a first. So like even
Yeah,
more.
that
Like
was
it might have been
even
not.
another defenseman. Yeah.
No, Hellenis is center who is playing very well. Like
Oh,
it would have been a very
oh
good.
my bad.
You're thinking of the. You're
There's
thinking of the
another
Kings,
player.
Hellenis.
I am thinking of Kings Hellenis. Are they
Either the
related?
Kings
They
or the
got to be
Ducks.
related,
It's
right?
one of the
That's
Pacific.
like not a common name.
Who knows,
I don't know.
man?
Anyway,
Maybe it is
so
in whatever country they're from.
perhaps that is perhaps true. Okay, let's get to this trade. The Washington Capitals sent John Carlson to the Anaheim
Ugh.
Ducks for a
Ugh.
2026 first round pick, conditional, and a 2027 third round pick. So the condition on that pick is that if Anaheim makes the playoffs, then then they just Washington just gets their 2026 first round pick. If they don't make the playoffs, then they
Yep.
have the option to shift it to next season. But
Yep.
that's gotta hurt.
It hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, hurts everybody. Because there was talk that they were working on an extension. The rumor is that they weren't shopping Carlson. Anaheim just came with
Just
this
blew him away
offer,
with
and it
this
was
trade.
too good to
Yeah.
pass up. Yeah.
So here's a little silver lining. This is the last year of Carlson's contract. I could absolutely see him just re-signing with Washington in the offseason.
Just like Marshawn did with Boston.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's a fair point. But like I could see it happening. Like it could happen.
Yeah, I could see it, but
All right.
he's only
Let's
been with the
go.
team for 17 years.
That's what I'm. Okay, well, we'll see what happens
I
in the
know.
offseason. All right, why don't you
I
take
know.
that? This next trade is kind of a nothing trade.
It's a nothing trade. Also,
I guess that's
Bill
not.
Guerin's a dick. Uh,
Yeah.
did you see some of the comments with this?
No, no, I don't think
Because
I did. I try not to read about
okay,
things that Bill Guerin says nowadays.
look, we know Bill Guerin is a dick, and we've
Oh
known
yeah.
that for a long time. Because there was that he got investigated by the team's HR for an abuse of
Oh right, I
like at
forgot
work.
about that.
Right, and they found
Yeah,
that it was like a non-fireable offense, so I think he had to attend some like
some
classes or
classes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but the problem is, since the U.S. just won the cup, where he was the GM,
Hmm.
or not the cup,
The
the
gold.
Olympic gold,
Yeah, gold.
where he was the GM. Now we have to listen to U.S. hockey media think he's a genius, and he is also just high on his own farts.
Oh yeah.
But Bobby Brink gets traded from Philadelphia to Minnesota
Hmm.
for David Jiricek.
Yep. So Bobby
But the
Brink.
comments,
Yeah.
Bobby
Good.
Brink is from Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Ah.
The thing was just like, this isn't a family reunion. You can tell your family like to buy their own tickets, yada yada. This isn't a like
Okay.
exactly stuff like that.
It's like not
I'm sure
necessary.
I'm sure Cash Patel had to buy his own ticket into that
Yeah. Yeah.
hockey
Probably. Yeah. Right.
but so like it's just being a dick for no reason. And
Wow.
there was a
MAGA people being dicks for literally no reason. That's crazy.
right there was another trade that oh, he brings in Nick Foligno to hang out with his brother
Oh yeah.
later in this deadline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
Well, the next trade that
what
you're
are you
gonna
talking
read
about,
is
dude?
that trade. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I
Um.
oh I went much farther than I thought. So for future considerations,
Yeah.
they bring
Yeah.
in Nick
Spoilers. We'll
Foligno
just
to
say
hang
that.
out with his
Yeah.
brother.
For nothing. Literally.
Um, so
Which
it's just
seems
like,
like a
what are you
crazy
talking
trade for
about, man?
Chicago. Yeah.
He's 38. Like,
I know, but like you couldn't give him like a seventh round
no
pick or a sixth
leadership.
round
I
pick,
know.
something like that. Bobby Brink isn't nothing, right? He's a solid 24-year-old right wing. So like
Yeah.
that could be depth in the future. David Jurcic, I don't know what's going on with him. This is the second year in a row he's gotten traded. Last year he
Well,
got traded for like a first
from
and
Columbus.
other stuff from
Yeah.
Columbus. This year Minnesota must have been like, I don't
We're
know, his
done.
development's
We're
not going
done.
great.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I mean, Jurcic has only played 20 some games for the Wild this season.
I think so.
25
He
games
hasn't
this
played that
season.
much.
and he has 0 points, which is not good.
Not great. Well,
Um,
hey, he's going to the Flyers where they're really good at developing young players with their bang up coach Rick Tocchet. Anyway,
well, he's defensive, so maybe he might be. I don't
maybe.
know.
Let's move on. The next trade also
Tortorella
involves the
fixed
Flyers.
Rasmussen.
Huh?
Tortorella fixed Ristolainen.
That's true. And then Philly did not trade him this trade deadline.
That's true.
Um, next trade is also Philadelphia with Boston. This is kind of like a minor league trade, I would say. But Philadelphia sent Massimo Rizzo, love that name, and Alexis Gendron to Boston for Brett Harrison and where's his name? Jackson Edward. Thank you. I couldn't see his first name because it got cut off on Puckpedia. AHL trade.
would I would love if Jackson Edward was Jack Edwards' kid.
It's not, but because it's Jack
You don't know.
Edwards with an S on the end, right? And this is just Jackson
Damn.
Edward. I would love for
That
Massimo
S
Rizzo.
was just in the wrong. The S was just in the wrong spot.
You're right. I would love for Massimo Rizzo to become like a solid player, even if it is for Boston, just because I love that name.
All I think of Rizzo the Rat.
Yeah. Oh, he's the new rat on Boston.
Perfect.
Replacing Marchand. All right. Then next.
Future considerations.
Yeah.
Has
Oh,
the
they
package bags.
Wait, there's two
from
straight
that
future
move from-
considerations trades.
Yeah, we already talked about the
Oh,
Nick Foligno one.
yeah. Nick Foligno, yeah. Go ahead. You can do that one, too.
Vinny Hinostroza goes to Florida for future considerations. And then
Just
we're going to
contract
move
thing, I
on
guess.
to
Yeah,
Tampa
do that
Bay
one, too. Go
Lightning
ahead.
getting Corey Perry at 50% retained from the Kings for a 2028 second-round pick. This is the one where Frank Cervelli was just like, Perry's exercising his no-trade clause. He's not going anywhere. And then, like, 5 minutes later, this goes.
5 minutes later. I love when that happens. Like, he's not going
love it.
anywhere. Immediately gets traded. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Perry
so you're
back
up.
on Tampa. And they immediately start gooning it up.
No,
All right.
they've always been goons.
Ah,
It's
that's
just the
true.
Florida
You're
is
right. You're
bigger ones.
Okay, the next
And
trade.
they made us forget.
You're right. You're so right. The Pittsburgh Penguins picked up Elmer Soderblom from the Detroit Red Wings for 2026 third-round pick. This is all the Penguins did on the deadline, or at least this week anyway. Apparently, the Penguins were sniffing around Robert Thomas too.
Apparently, Robert Thomas from himself said that he was not approached about moving.
He was not. No. St. Louis didn't even ask him. But St. Louis at least talked to other teams about deals, I think, for Thomas.
Nothing blew them away.
Nothing blew him away. I think I saw Elliot Friedman mention that the Penguins, or somebody mentioned that the Penguins were talking to them to see. And any trade package that St. Louis wanted started with or headlined with Ben Kindle from the Penguins.
And they weren't doing it.
And the Penguins said no. But, like, also, I think that is fair from both teams, right? St. Louis
absolutely.
to be like, okay, you want our best center, give us your best center prospect, right? That makes sense for that to happen. And then for Pittsburgh to be like, no, fine,
Right.
So
Absolutely.
Elmer Soderblom is apparently 6'8" or something like that, but like doesn't use his body that well. So we'll see what the Penguins can do with him. He's 24,
Well,
so
hopefully they
he
can
has some upside.
Make him. I think they were hoping that he would develop like Tage Thompson, who's again some guy who doesn't really use his body.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's a good point.
And it just hasn't worked out.
And like you said, whatever
Pittsburgh
Dubas says,
does right now.
they're hitting gangbusters this whole year so far. So, hell, this kid might like score a Game 7 goal in the first round of the playoffs or something like that. I don't know.
It's the same with the Capitals, like trades or signings. Like their scouting team has been excellent. So I'm not.
So I'll just
we'll
see what happens.
If they think the goalie they brought in from Vegas they can fix, fucking awesome.
That's kind of how I feel too. So let me run through this next one too because it's kind of a nothing trade.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Rangers sent Derek Pouliot, who I did not even know was still in the NHL or AHL, to the Chicago Blackhawks for Aiden Thompson.
Gotcha.
AHL trade.
Uh, Calgary Flames acquire Ryan Strome from the Anaheim Ducks for a 2027 seventh round pick. He is kind of the odd man out.
Yeah.
What is a bummer is that Carlson, when he got traded to the Ducks, he was like, okay, a Strome is there. That'll
Right.
help.
Yeah, and then he got traded too.
Yeah, it's like, oh, buddy.
No. All right, next up, the Flyers sent Nick Delorier to the Carolina Hurricanes for a 2027 seventh round pick that has a
Condition? I don't
condition
care.
on it, which is crazy for a
Don't care.
seventh round pick to have a condition on it. I'm not gonna
But
read it,
also,
but
like, why, why is, why does Carolina feel like they need Delorier?
I think
To be
this is
completely
quite
honest.
literally the only thing Carolina did at the deadline. They didn't
Yeah.
get anything else. Now, I'm not saying that they're like need it, right? They're way out in first place in the Metro Division. They look like a very good team, but like they didn't get anything else done. So
No. Boston Bruins acquire Lucas Reichel and the Vancouver Canucks for his 2026 sixth, and then I'll
yes, yeah, go
do
ahead.
the next one just because that was nothing. Justin Falk waived his no trade clause to go to the Detroit Red Wings for Justin Hall, Dmitry Buchnil, Buch, Buchelnikov.
Yeah, that's great. You did great. I
Cool.
couldn't have done better.
They also get a 2026 first round and a 2026 third round that belongs to the Sharks. So
Yes, I will say for St. Louis fans,
that's a great
I saw a bunch of Detroit fans pissed off that that they traded Dmitry Bolshnikov in this trade as
Bushnikov.
well.
I like
So
it. That it feels right when you say
Bolshnikov,
it like that.
yeah. Let me say it with like some
Um,
phlegm in my voice. That's kind of like what you
you
got to
got
do.
yeah, you have to get the Russian into it.
But as I guess consolation prize for Tyler Myers, I think Justin Falk is a better one. So
Well, also like
I
you
mean, you've
got
had to
out of
pay more
Justin
for him,
Falk's
yeah.
contract.
That is
Like
also true. Yeah.
you have had to get rid of Bushnikov to get rid of Justin Hall.
Yeah.
A first wasn't enough.
True. True. All right. The Capitals got Timothy Liljegren from the San Jose Sharks for a 2026 fourth round pick that originally belonged to Vegas.
To Vegas.
I don't really know why Washington did this trade, but sure.
Because they lost Carlson.
I guess that makes sense, right? I guess
Um,
they were like, we need somebody to fill that position. Hi, Ginger.
yeah, she's
Liljegren's
mad
only
that I'm.
26. I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, but he's also. I'm thinking of Lindgren.
You are thinking of Lindgren. That's why I had to be like, Timothy Liljegren, right? No, it's Ryan
Right,
Lindgren, who I believe is also on San Jose, right? I
he
don't know
just
where
got
Ryan
traded.
Lindgren is. Did he get traded?
He got traded during the thing. Um, but Charlie Lindgren is on.
Oh, he's on the
Um,
Capitals, right? As
he's
the
on the Caps.
goaltender.
Who
Yeah.
is yes, and that is Ryan Lindgren's brother.
Oh, Ryan Lindgren is on
Um,
Seattle. Excuse me.
yes.
Okay.
Um, I knew he was in the Pacific. Buffalo Sabres acquired Tanner Pearson from the Winnipeg Jets for a 2026 seventh.
Yep.
That's depth
Whatever. Yeah, it's
story
depth. Yeah.
as well. Another Winnipeg guy was
Why not just add that to
Yarmo
the
just on
trade
the
you did
phone.
before? Yeah.
Was Yarmo just on the phone
I
with
guess.
uh whoever was it Kekalainen?
No,
No,
yeah, well,
Kekalainen
Kekalainen,
is Yarmo.
Yarmo is
Um,
Kekalainen, yeah.
yes, yes.
Whoever
Uh,
the Winnipeg. Oh, I know. It's Shovel Day Off, right, for Winnipeg.
yeah. Chevy.
And it was just
Um,
like, yeah, no,
was he
just
just
send me all your guys that you don't want. That
was
are
he
like
just
solid
bitching
defense.
about the lack of the St. Louis trade?
It's gotta be right.
Chevy
And Chevy
yeah.
was like, I can give you guys, just give me some picks.
Well,
I can give you depth.
Tanner Pearson was good for Vegas and has not worked
True.
out in last year. It has not worked out this year in Winnipeg. So,
So yeah, we'll see the
um,
move to Buffalo. Maybe a lesser role, third,
yep,
fourth line potentially could be good for him. All right, next one,
you're up.
big one. The St. Louis Blues,
Another no
another
trade
Shen,
clause. Got
got waived. Um, Braden Shen got traded to the New York Islanders for Jonathan Drouin, Marcus Gidolf, who was a goalie prospect, a 2026 first round pick that belonged to Colorado, and a 2026 third round pick that belonged to the New Jersey Devils. That seems like a
I
lot
think.
for Braden
Also,
Shen.
what I remembered what I was going to
Yeah,
say. Remember last week that some insider said that this was a seller's market.
but then like right afterwards, somebody
What?
said, no, it's a buyer's market.
No, sorry. That's what I mean. Last week, someone
Oh,
said that it was a buyer's market.
definitely
Yeah,
seller's
someone said it was
market.
a buyer's market.
Yeah.
No, it's a seller's market. That guy was a
Definitely
liar or just wrong.
100% seller's market because Braden Shen
Because
for a first, a third, Jonathan Drouin's in there to like make the cap and like contract spaces work, and then a goalie prospect. That's a lot for Braden Shen, who's 34 and like
34 and 2 years left on his contract.
2 years left at 6.5 million. That seems like a lot. I'm not saying that he's a terrible player and not a solid addition to their team, but like the price they paid for him is a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
but that's fine. I hate the
This one's
Islanders, so
yeah. This one's really quick. Calgary Flames acquire Brennan Othman from the New York Rangers for Jacob Batagalia, and then you can do
yeah,
this one because
yes,
this is
this
this is
is
big.
the big one. Is this something we said last week? We talked about this last week. I think we jokingly
We
said
talked about.
Nazem Kadri was traded to the Colorado Avalanche, folks,
I think we did say this.
along with
We
a
did say this as a joke.
2027 fourth round pick from Calgary for Victor Olofsson, Maximilian Curran, a conditional 2028 first round pick, and a conditional 2027 second round pick. And Calgary is also eating $1.4 million off of that cap hit for the remainder of the
For the
contract,
next
which is
3 years.
years. Well, this year and 2 more years. So let's look at those conditions real quick because it's
Yeah.
a first and a second. Um, for that 2028 first round pick, if Colorado's 2027 first round pick is top 10 protected in the Nick Waugh trade, excuse me, goes to Toronto. Calgary acquires the 2028 pick, also top 10 protected. If it is top 10, slides to 2029. If the 2027 first round pick is top 10 protected and the 2028 first round pick goes to Toronto, then Calgary receives Colorado's 2029 first round pick unconditionally. So I don't think any of that's
Okay.
going to happen. So they're going to get that 2028 first round pick, I would think. And then that 2020 and then the 2027 second round pick is just the better of the two that Colorado has between theirs and Minnesota's second round pick. Whew,
Yeah.
that was a lot.
But again,
And Nazem Kadri got
Avalanche.
a standing ovation in his first game back with the Colorado
Of
Avalanche.
course he did. He won a cup there.
He was instrumental in winning
Yeah.
a cup there.
Absolutely.
He was one of the big pieces of it.
Uh,
So I think we did
man.
jokingly say, wouldn't it be funny if he went back to the Avalanche?
Yeah, bring him back. Yeah.
And then they did it. They heard us. Somebody on that Avalanche
They
front
did.
office was listening to us. I see you listening to us, Joe Sakic. Is he their GM still?
But
I
yeah,
don't think he is, right?
Yes, he is.
He is.
Yes, he
I
is.
see you
Why wouldn't he
listening,
be?
Joe Sakic.
Um,
Big trade for Colorado.
but
Colorado is
but
like, we're winning or we don't care. We have to win.
right, because they have to pay McCarr soon.
I don't think
They
it's
have
next
to pay
year.
McCarr
I think they have him through next season, but this summer is when they could start talking extension with McCarr.
Extensions. Yes.
And that extension, like we said last week, is gonna be gigantic. So,
Mm, mm.
all right, let's keep going.
All right.
We're almost
Now
done,
the
I think.
Leafs. Yeah, we might take a break in episodes.
Nah, fuck it. We're doing it. We're doing it all. You're listening to all of it. We love
No,
you.
we're not. The Los Angeles Kings acquire Scott Lawton from the Toronto Maple Leafs for a third-round pick, which is Ottawa's.
Yes.
Um,
There's a condition on it too,
what?
but we don't have to go into it.
Hey, what's Toronto doing? This is
I don't know.
a.
Remember how they traded a first
I
round pick for him last year or the year before?
do. But again, this is a seller's market, and you only get a third for Lawton. What
Couldn't
are you doing?
squeeze that into a second. Well, hold on. Let's see what
You couldn't.
condition is. Maybe it does go to a second. Okay, hold on. So
No, it's a better of Washington's or Ottawa's. So
however,
it's still a third-round pick.
if both Ottawa and Washington do not qualify for the 2026 NHL playoffs, then Ottawa will instead transfer Toronto, the worst of the two picks. In the event that Los Angeles secures a spot in the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs, the pick will become Buffalo's 2026 second-round pick. So there's a lot in there, but it could technically become a second-round pick if the stars align properly.
Sure.
But what a weird condition on that pick.
Yeah.
Toronto did terrible at this trade deadline. I will just throw that out there.
Yeah, they did awful.
This was the only trade they did?
Really say.
Yeah.
No, they did one more, and again, it was questionable because it involved Seattle.
Oh, right. Yes.
This next trade, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. I'm so sorry. The Washington Capitals got David Kampf from the Vancouver Canucks for a 2026 sixth-round pick.
We have Nick Dowd at home.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, good luck with that name.
I'm skipping this one, so I'm going to...
Oh, you didn't even want to try to say that name. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. It's an AHL trade. It's an AHL trade. We could skip it. Yeah.
But the fact that the Caps did it means it's good.
Okay, sure. I'll give you that. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Seattle Kraken acquire Bobby McMahon for the Toronto Maple Leafs for a conditional 2027 second and a 2026 fourth-round pick, which is Anaheim's.
Yes.
Again, what are you doing?
And this isn't even like that condition is not even good. It's the later of the two picks, second-round picks that they have.
Right. What do you couldn't have got with all of everything else going on? You couldn't have gotten a first for Bob McMahon.
Yeah, because didn't Edmonton really want him?
This is year 2 of the 2.
Didn't Edmonton really want Bobby McCann? You couldn't have squeezed a first-round pick out of Edmonton.
This is the last trade at the deadline.
Is it?
The last one.
Oh my God, you're right. It is. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you couldn't have squeezed a first-round pick out of somebody for that? He was in high demand as far as I was reading. But maybe that was just Toronto media trying to drive up the price.
Maybe.
But that cap hit's is nothing, essentially.
No.
All right, well, you want to split this into 2 episodes, you think?
Kind of.
Okay, that's fine.
There was some Friedman rumors that Montreal was sniffing around Matthew
Montreal
Knies.
literally did no trades, right? They didn't do anything.
Montreal did no trades.
I'll be honest.
Because they were swinging for the fences.
I think that might be better for them to not have gone big, right? Because they're in a pretty good position right now. And I am of the opinion that, like, team chemistry is important, right? So, like, do you do a big trade and fuck up your team chemistry, right? So, like, maybe it's better that Buffalo didn't get Robert Thomas or Colton Parayko for, like, guys that are playing on the team. Maybe it's better Montreal didn't do anything big. Maybe it's better, like, Pittsburgh didn't do anything big. That's kind of my thought process.
Outside of the rumors for, like, the Parayko trade, Jack Quinn was the only one that they were going to send who regularly plays on the team. Hellenis has gone up and down a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
There's rumors that Jari and the Oilers are having challenging getting used to each other. Have you heard that?
Because I did. I saw that earlier.
The rumor is it's not just Jari. It's both Ingram and Jari are calling out bad
Oh,
defensive play in front
Edmonton's
of them,
defense
while
is
Pickard and
very
Skinner
bad.
would let it
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Um,
Look look at how Tristan Jari stares down Darnell Nurse every time Darnell Nurse is on the
yeah.
ice when it didn't get scored on, because a lot of the time he's screening the goalie.
Nurse is screening his own goalie. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen a bunch of like Penguins fans online kind of clowning on Jari for not really being statistically not having that great of a time in Edmonton, but like as we've said, Edmonton's defense is pretty bad. They're just hanging him out to dry,
Edmonton's defense is pretty,
and like it's just
and
like any goaltender in that position
Skinner's save
is.
percentage improved. Yeah.
Yes, it did. Skinner,
Um.
weirdly, since coming to the Penguins, who are at least slightly better defensively than Edmonton is, Skinner has been very good for the Penguins. So, and there was
Yes.
rumors that the Penguins were maybe looking into flipping Skinner, and I'm honestly glad they didn't. But like,
Hmm.
I would understand if they did, if they got like a huge trade, like offer from somebody that, because there's a lot
Yes.
of teams that need goaltending, right? If somebody was offering like a first round pick for him, I would have taken that, right? But clearly nobody did. The Penguins kept Skinner. Um, but yeah, I saw that earlier today, and I was like, oh boy,
Um.
they have him for 2 more years
St.
after
Louis
this
for
year
the
too.
whole. Yeah. For Braden Chen and well, and that was potentially part of the problems with Jari in Pittsburgh, that he
Yeah.
would call out bad defensive play in front of him, which happened.
Well,
Like,
he honestly wasn't
Jari's
playing
not
that
wrong.
bad this year when he was on the Penguins, right? Because the Penguins were still doing surprisingly well, even with Tristan Jarry before that trade happened. But I think the Penguins
But also
mostly did
they
that
were doing
trade to
very
get
well with
away from his.
Nedeljkovic.
That's also true. But like I think the Penguins did that trade to get out from the contract, from Jarry's contract, right? Not
Hmm.
necessarily that they needed to do it, but
Yes.
that Edmonton was like, "Oh, we'll give you all of this for Tristan Jarry," and the Penguins were like, "Okay, great."
Um, for the Braden Shen, the St. Louis to uh, the
Yeah,
Islanders.
yeah.
St. Louis and the Islanders were actually staying at the same hotel in San Jose,
Oh,
so
that's funny.
they
So
don't
they were
think that
just.
they don't think that trade happens without them staying in the same
So
hotel.
Shen was just like,
Um,
"Okay, I'll go 2 floors up, and I'll just be on the Islanders now."
it you joke, it was literally one floor up.
I mean, again, like I kind of get it from a guy that doesn't like to change his surroundings. Like when
Yeah.
you're comfortable, and it's just like, oh, I only have to go up 1 floor, and I'm on another team. Okay, sure.
All right. Um, yeah, the Habs insider think the Habs were going for Nyes, but
Really?
the
From
Leafs are never
from
going to make that
Toronto?
trade.
No, they would never make that
Yeah,
trade. I mean, I
yeah,
get
the
it for
Leafs are never
Montreal.
going to make that trade
I
to
get it for Montreal, but
Montreal.
no, they hate each other. That price would have to be
And
astronomical.
then the ask from the Rangers for Trocheck was a first, a roster player, and a legit prospect. And
I think that's a fair ask in
Minnesota
this
didn't want to
in
do that.
this yeah. Which like I
In this
understand
environment,
and
it's a fair ask, but
I respect both teams to like sticking
also at the
to the
same time,
price.
Drury kind of.
You cut
Um,
out. What did you say,
yes,
Drury?
but I
Kind of
think there was
what?
a comment at the Drury. He sucks. But I
Yes.
think Gearing, either Gearing or Drury made a joke that they expected the other one to give like a discount because they just won gold together,
Oh, it was
and that
Garen.
didn't
Yeah, I
happen.
think Garen was just joking in that, but
Yeah, that's a joke, and that's actually funny.
it was funny. Yeah. I saw that quote too. It was like, we just won gold with Drury, and I thought
We're
he'd maybe give me a discount for that, but guess not.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
But also, don't forget Drury in his playing career got traded twice for holdouts on contracts.
Mm,
He does not negotiate.
That's kind of respectable, honestly. I guess as a GM to be like, I told you my price, you give me my price, or it's not happening, right?
It's respectable as a player too, because it's
Yeah,
like, hey, pay me
yeah,
what I'm
true.
worth.
Drury
I'm
is a pretty solid player, so yeah.
not playing otherwise. But yeah,
All right, that's the trade
bad
deadline.
GM. But
Let's go
wrap
let's
this
go
one up
ahead.
and
We'll wrap this episode up.
then
We
go to the
were
game.
originally going to
Come
do
back in a
one
second for the
episode,
game.
but that did take us quite a long time. So, thank you guys for listening as always. Just in case this is the only
Wait, there
episode
were
that
way more trades than I thought there were.
yeah, that took us longer than I thought. We talk. Thank you for listening as always. We can be found wherever podcasts are
We
found, just in
ramble.
case this is the only episode of the week that you listen to. Give us a rate, review, subscribe wherever applicable, and we will be back momentarily for the games of the week at the same puck time.
Same puck place.
Goodbye.
Bye.